10-year-old Nick, I go into his room. What are the posters on the wall?
It's funny. It just got taken down because my parents are selling the house. But it was all space
Rocky Blyer.
Space wallpaper.
Okay.
And then it was a Albert Einstein poster.
Nice. Was that growing up? Was he an idol?
Yeah, it still kind of is. Yeah, he's pretty smart.
Really smart and also quirky and fun.
Oh, it's super fun. If
Like,
you read the biographies.
that iconic vision of him with his tongue out,
Yeah,
just
it's
spoofing
exactly.
it. Yeah, he had the great mix of both.
And he apparently was a ladies' man too. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
So
I
it's funny to think about. Funny to think about.
But you know what's interesting? I've read a lot about him too. Is he kind of? You have this amazing moment. I mean, my gosh, I can't even contemplate his findings, right? But it seems like the back half of his life was the science moved on without him.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know your stuff.
Yeah.
There's this actually really good book called Einstein's Greatest Mistake.
Yeah.
And it's about this idea that Einstein actually pioneered many things, but one of them is special and general relativity, and another one is he actually one of the pioneers of quantum physics.
Right.
But
the quantum
world went there was this big debate about without boring all the listeners. You can go read it. It's called the EPR paradox. But basically, he came up with this kind of difference of view with the quantum community, and it wasn't actually in hindsight. It wasn't because he was totally wrong. In fact, I think he was more right than wrong. But he wasn't able to kind of connect with them, and there's a lot of sort of interesting human dynamics, almost like politics, inside the scientific community. And because of that, he ended up being really shunned in the latter years of his life.
Right.
So this book I read is very sad. Like towards the end, he was kind of the sort of old relic walking around Princeton University where he was there. And like people were like, that's Einstein, pretty much the most famous scientist in the world, but like not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's very powerful about how do you stay relevant in the world and stay in the community, which I'm sure all of us want to work on.
Yeah, well put.